Welcome to this edition of Waterville High School Blue Devil Baseball. Here as the Blue Devils play this important division contest against the visiting Senatobia Warriors this afternoon here at Blue Devil Field. Underway, leading off for the Senatobia Warriors is shortstop Embry, number 20. Strike two. A 1-ball, 2-strike count now on Embry, the shortstop. Junior left-hander Drew McGehee on the mound today for the Blue Devils. Water Valley Blue Devil Baseball is being brought to you by Mechanics Bank of Water Valley and Oxford, Tobacco World, Dr. Joe Walker, Kenny Taylor Auto Sales Incorporated, State Farm Insurance Agency, Andy Epps, your agent, and Union Planters Bank of Water Valley. I'm Doug Carter along with Bob Murphy, and we're here to bring you Blue Devil Baseball. Swing and a miss, and the ball gets past the catcher, but I believe it was a tip. 2-2 you count. Here on what has been a wet day that has turned into what looks like might be a nice afternoon as the sun has popped out. Embry slaps a single into left center field. Center fielder now, Oakley at bat. Grisham on deck. Embry is on at first with the single. Oakley squares the bunt. Strike one the call. 0-1 count on Oakley. Squares again. High and outside, ball one. One ball, one strike to count now on Oakley. Bottom top of the first inning of play here. Ball in the dirt, gets away from Byford. Embry advances to second base on the pass ball. Two balls, one strike to count now to Oakley. Inside, ball three. 3-1 count. Pops it up. Josh Byford's back. Gets under and makes the grab for the first out. That brings up Grisham, Van Sickle on deck. Nothing to nothing your score here. Runner on second base, that's Embry. Call strike there from McGehee. 0-1 count. Drew bluffs Embry back to second. Off the end of the bat towards second base, Fonte over has it up and throws him out at first for the second out of the inning. Embry advances to third. Drew Van Sickle, the batter, the right fielder for the Warriors. Harp on deck. Embry is at third with 2 outs. Outside, ball one to Van Sickle. Strike on the outside corner for McGehee. 1-1 count. We'll give you quickly the Blue Devil defense. Will Taylor is in center. Ward Walker at short. Fonte at second. Justin Brewer at first base. Catching is Josh Byford. Drew McGehee on the mound. Charlie Edwards in right. David Martin in left. And Matt Craven at third. And Van Sickle slaps one down the third baseline past Craven. And Embry scores.
Now batting the catcher, number 28, Jordan Arp.
The catcher, Jordan Arp, the batter. Skelton on deck. Van Sickle is first. 2 outs in the top of the first inning of play. 1 run across for the Warriors. Line shot past Craven. Advances Van Sickle to second, and Earp is on with a single.
Single to left field.
Skelton, the batter. Stigler on deck.
Now batting first baseman, number 5, Blake Skelton.
Runners at first and second now for Skelton. 2 outs in the inning. 1-0 the score in favor of the Warriors. Call strike on the outside corner to the left-handed Skelton. Outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count now on the Warrior first baseman. Little high, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Fouled off there by Skelton. Strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, you count to the Senatobia Warrior first baseman Blake Skelton. Second baseman Stigler on deck. Van Sickle and Arp are on base, following consecutive singles. 1 run across as Embry scored on Van Sickle's single. Swing and a miss, and McGehee strikes him out for the 3rd out of the inning. The Warriors get across 1 run. We'll be back with the Blue Devils in the bottom of the 1st right after this.
Water Valley Baseball is being brought to you by Kenny Taylor Auto Sales Incorporated, formerly Brown's Used Cars. Water Valley continues a 25-year tradition with quality autos at reasonable prices and personal service. Proud supporters of the Water Valley Blue Devils and all their endeavors. Remember, for wide selection of quality autos and reasonable prices, see Kenny Taylor, located on South Main Street in Water Valley. Also, Water Valley Baseball is being brought to you by Dr. Joe Walker, located on South Main Street in Water Valley. Proud supporters of Blue Devil Baseball. The staff at Walker's Clinic wish the Devils the best of luck throughout the 2001 baseball season and would like to encourage all fans to show their support by attending the games and cheering the Blue Devils on to victory.
Will Taylor leading it off for the Blue Devils in the bottom of the 1st inning. Ward Walker on deck, followed by Michael Fonte. First 3 batters for the Devils. Mac Alexander, the pitcher for the Warriors, starts it off with a strike. Warriors with a 1-zip lead here as Van Sickle singled in Embry in the top of the 1st for the Warriors. Oh, the curve that didn't break for ball 1.
Pitching for the Warriors, number 3, Eric Alexander.
1 ball, 1 strike now to Taylor from Mac Alexander. Outside just a bit. Ball 2. Way outside, ball 3. And Taylor's got a 3-1 count. Ball 4, and Taylor's on via the base on balls. Ward Walker, the batter. Fonte on deck. Blue Devils coming into this contest with a sporting a 15-5 overall record. And I believe Coach Higdon told me in order for the Blue Devils to make the playoffs, they have to win the remainder of their division games. And they have games, this game and a game against Independence remaining. Walker deadens the ball good, but they just get him at first as he executes the sacrifice. Taylor moving to second. Michael Fonte, the batter. Justin Brewer on deck.
Well, Doug, looking back at the records here, looks like the Blue Devils haven't lost since Independence, I believe, on Friday, March the 9th, if I'm looking at it right.
I believe you're going to be correct, Bob. It would have been the last loss. Blue Devils have been on a winning streak since. No, they won against Bruce yesterday, 12-9. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Fonte. With Will Taylor at second. 1 out in the inning. Took a doubleheader from M.S. Palmer earlier last week, winning handily in 3 innings in both games. I think 18-0 in one and 22-2 in the other.
And 1 forfeit along the way too with Rosaport. Of course, that'll go down in the book as a 1-0.
As a victory for the Blue Devils. 2 balls, 1 strike to count now to Michael Fonte, Blue Devils second baseman. McAlexander, the pitcher for the Warriors. Strike called on the outside corner, strike 2. 2-2 you count now. High in the air, deep center field, and the ballpark won't hold it. A 2-run homer for Michael Fonte. That's a way to bust out of a slump. And the Blue Devils take the lead 2-1 on the strength of the homer to deep dead center field by Michael Fonte. First baseman Justin Brewer, the batter. Josh Byford on deck. 1 out in the inning. You can hear some of the fans talking about the uniforms look remarkably similar, with both school colors being blue and white. That just turns out to be the case a lot of the time in most of the most sports. The football uniforms look a whole lot alike when we play Senatobia as well. It's hard to tell the teams apart on the field.
Yeah, so don't want everybody to think that the same team's actually batting all the time.
Called strike 1, 1 ball, 1 strike to Justin Brewer. Call strike 2 on the outside corner. Brewer smashes a single into left field. That brings up the catcher, Josh Byford. Drew McGehee on deck.
First base, 1 out. The batter, number 1, the catcher, Josh
Pitch was up a little bit, and Justin was able to get around on it and smash it into left field for a single. Byford the batter now, McGehee on deck. Low and outside, ball one. One ball, no strikes account with one out here in the bottom of the first inning of play. Foul back, strike one. And Byford strokes one into left center field. It gets down before the left fielder able to get there. Nice hit by Byford. The pitcher, Drew McGehee, your batter. Charlie Edwards on deck. Now let's see if Drew can help his own cause here with runners at first and second and a 2-1 lead. Foul back, strike one.
You got something else to do with it.
Doug, we would like to invite everybody to come out and see the Blue Devils play. Of course, they're playing extremely well now. We'd love to see them out at the park. I believe there's, if we're looking at the schedule right, there's only one home game left of the season. And that is next Saturday against Cleveland East Side.
This Saturday.
This Saturday, yeah. It's a 12 noon start time.
One ball, one strike to count to Drew McGehee. Drew hits it toward the second baseman, comes up with it, goes the short way to second, and forces Josh Byford. Runners now at first and third. Charlie Edwards the batter, David Martin on deck. Edwards the batter now with 2 outs, and the Blue Devils with a 2-1 lead on the strength of Fonte's homer. High, ball one. Strike one call. One ball, one strike to count now.
We're talking about the game coming up this Saturday against Cleveland East Side. Now, that's a 12 noon start time, but also they're playing Oxford later that day at 5 o'clock with a JV game at 5 and varsity game at 7 o'clock. So you can make a day of baseball.
Strike on the inside corner. Strike two. One ball, two strikes to count to Edwards. High, and the runner goes through. McGehee steals second. 2-2 the count now to Edwards. Runners at second and third. Outside. Ball three, full count now to Edwards. it off.
Swinging a foul back out of play. Count remaining 3 balls, 2 strikes.
David Martin on deck. And Edwards singles sharply back up the middle. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score as McGehee crosses the plate.
Tony Edwards singles back up the middle, driving in 2 runs.
David Martin the batter, Matt Craven on deck, and that was a timely hit there by the right fielder Edwards as it scores 2 and increases the Blue Devil lead to 4-1.
Could have been placed any better.
Left fielder number 10, David Martin.
Strike 1 to Martin. Way inside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to David Martin from Mac Alexander. Martin to the shortstop, who comes up and gets the force at second.
Grounds out into fourth play at second.
But the Blue Devils score 4. 4-1 your score going to the top of the 2nd inning of play. We'll be back with that after this. First 3 batters here in the top of the 2nd inning for the Senatobia Warriors, Ben Stigler, Tyce Young, and the designated hitter, Forsman. Strike on the inside corner from McGehee. Blue Devils lead 4-1. Low and outside, ball 1. Outside, ball 2.
Let's go, Drew.
Swing and a tip, foul, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Stigler. The third baseman, Young, on deck. Hit sharply right back up the middle, singles to center, and the ball gets past Will Taylor, and Stigler will stretch it into a double.
Stigler singles to center field. Oh, second base, nobody out. Your batter, the third baseman, number 27, Tyce Young.
Young, the batter, Forsman on deck. Nobody out. Stigler at second. Low and inside, ball 2.
Drew.
Way outside, ball 3.
Now you're ready, Drew.
3-0 count now to Young. Strike on the inside corner. 3-1. Down to third base line. Craven up with it and across, but not going to be in time. But they caught him off at second. A heads-up play there by first baseman Justin Brewer, and they nail Stigler at second.
Young reaches on an infield hit. Stigler thrown out of second base.
Let's go, Drew. You doing fine, baby.
Now batting, designated hitter number 30, Evan Forsman.
Forsman now the batter, the designated hitter. Hitting for the pitcher McAlexander. Embry on deck. Sharp breaking curveball for a strike there from McGee. No balls, 1 strike to count now. Inside, the ball gets past Byford to the backstop. Young advances to second.
Young advances to second on the wild pitch.
All right, Drew. You all right, baby?
Four to 1 is your score in favor of the Blue Devils here in the top of the second inning of play. 1 ball, 1 strike your count with 1 out to the designated hitter, Forsman. Tice Young is at second base, 1 out in the inning. And he pops it up sky high. And Byford's able to get under it and make the catch for the out. That brings up Embry, the shortstop. Oakley on deck, 2 outs.
On second base, 2 outs. Your batter, the shortstop, number 20, Preston Embry.
Good job, kid.
Embry scored the Warrior run in the first inning,
Good job. 12.
scoring on Van Sickle's single. Strike 1 to call.
Let's go, Drew.
Ball on the outside corner curve, just missing. 1 ball, 1 strike to count now to Embry. Pops it into the air, out of play, down the first baseline behind the home dugout. Foul. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count now to Embry. Oakley on deck. Young still out at second with 2 outs in the inning. 4 to 1 is your score in favor of the Blue Devils. High, ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes to count now. Oh my goodness, a long high fly ball that has gone. A 2-run bomb for Embry.
Home run for Preston Embry.
He got all of that one. Brings the Warriors back to within 1 run.
That's all right. Don't worry about it, baby.
Brings up Oakley, the batter. Grisham on deck. Center fielder Oakley gets one down the right field line, right at Charlie Edwards, and he's there to put it away for the third out. That's the end of the top of the second inning of play. The Warriors score 2 on the Embry homer. We'll be back with the bottom of the second inning right after this.
Water Valley Blue Devil Baseball is being brought to you by Dr. Joe Walker, located on South Main Street in Water Valley. Proud supporters of Blue Devil Baseball. The staff at Walker's Clinic wish the Devils the best of luck throughout the 2001 baseball season and would like to encourage all fans to show their support by attending the games and cheering the Devils on to victory. Also brought to you by Kenny Taylor's Auto Sales Incorporated, formerly Brown's Used Cars of Water Valley. Continues a 25-year tradition with quality autos at reasonable prices and personal service. Proud supporters of Water Valley Blue Devil Baseball and all their endeavors. Remember, for a wide selection of quality autos and reasonable prices, see Kenny Taylor, located on South Main Street in Water Valley.
Leading off bottom of the second inning, third baseman, number 21, Matt Craven. Followed by the top of the order of Will Taylor and Ward Walker, as the Blue Devils nursing a 4-3 lead here in the bottom of the second inning of play. 1 ball, no strikes to Craven. High ball 2 to Craven. Fouled off back over the home dugout. Strike 1. Blue Devils got 4 on the board in the bottom of the first on as Will Taylor walked, was sacrificed to second by Ward Walker. Michael Fonte followed with a 2-run homer. Justin Brewer reached, and Drew McGehee got on with a single, and then Charlie Edwards doubled or singled both of them home for the remaining 2 runs. Three balls, 1 strike to count now to Craven. Ooh, strike 2 called. Full count now on the third baseman, Craven. Craven fouls it off down the first base line again. Foul back out of play. 4-3 your score in favor of the Blue Devils. Full count to Craven. Will Taylor waiting on deck. Oh, and that one got him. And Craven will go to first as he's hit by the pitch. Brings up leadoff man and center fielder Will Taylor. And the coach for the Warriors calls time as he goes out to speak to his pitcher, and I believe a pitching change is in the offing here as he didn't like what he sees. All right, Van Sickle comes in now to take over the pitching duties. Will Taylor steps in. At 0-1 count as Will fouls it off. Ward Walker on deck, nobody out. Matt Craven on at first after being hit by McAlexander. Weakly grounded toward the shortstop. Shortstop falls down but executes the force play at second for an out. Ward Walker, the batter now. Michael Fonte on deck. 1 out. 4-3 your score now. One out in the inning of Ward Walker, your batter. Way outside, ball one.
Let's go, War.
High and outside, ball two. 2 balls, no strikes to count now on Ward Walker. Way outside, ball three. Strike right down the middle that time from Van Sickle. Outside, ball four. Walker takes his base.
Hey, Doug, we had mentioned earlier about the 2 games coming up next Saturday for the Blue Devils. Of course, it'll be Cleveland East Side will be the first game at 12 noon, and then the second game will be against Oxford at 7 o'clock. And Channel 12 will be covering both of those games next Saturday.
This Saturday.
This Saturday. Is that next Saturday?
No, it's this Saturday.
Oh, okay. I was thinking as in next, but okay.
Ball one. Runners on first and second. High and outside, ball two. Van Sickle struggling with his control here. The pickoff play was on, and Taylor is in safe at second. One strike. Way outside, ball three. Senatobia coach cannot like the looks of this. This being his number one gun here, and he's struggling with his control. And it's high, and Fonte walks, and the bases are loaded for Justin Brewer.
Bases loaded and 1 out for your batter, first baseman, number 16, Justin Brewer.
Josh Byford on deck. 1 out in the inning, and the bag's full of Blue Devils.
Well, Devils in a great position now to score.
Just the situation you're looking for. The bases loaded and your cleanup hitter at the plate.
Mm-hmm.
Curve for a strike from Van Sickle.
Let's go, 16.
High and outside, ball one. One ball, one strike to Brewer. Curve ball, swing and a miss, strike two. Swing and a miss. That foul tip, but he hung on to it. Strike three.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. Your batter, number 1, catcher Johnny Byford.
Byford the batter, Drew McGehee on deck. 2 outs. Bases loaded. High and outside, ball 1. Outside, ball 2. Van Sickle just can't seem to find that outside corner. 2 balls, no strikes now to Byford. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes now to Byford. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Van Sickle gets out of trouble.
Did not score at the bottom of the second, leaving the bases loaded.
4-3 your score in favor of the Blue Devils. Senatobia coming up in the top of the third. We'll be right back with that after this. Leading off the top of the third inning for the Senatobia Warriors, the left fielder, Ben Grisham, followed by the pitcher, Van Sickle, and then the catcher, Jordan Arp. McGee's first pitch to Grisham is a ball as it gets by the catcher. Ball 1. Hits it into the ground. McGehee up with it and throws him out at first. Okay, call it a foul. Strike 2. Or strike 1, rather, excuse me. 1-1 your count to Ben Grisham. High, ball 2. Oh my goodness, I believe that tied the ball game up. Home run for Grisham as he sent it to straightaway center field, and there wasn't a whole lot of doubt about that one as he hit it. Ties the ball game up at 4.
Mike, you want a drink? No, I'm good, thank you.
Now batting the pitcher, number 45, Drew Van Sickle.
The pitcher, Drew Van Sickle, up next. Arp, the catcher, on deck. Nobody out. Inside, ball 1. Outside, ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. Call, strike on the outside corner. 2-1 to Van Sickle. Right back up the middle goes Van Sickle for a single.
Van Sickle singles up the middle.
Arp the batter, Skelton on deck. Nobody out.
Coming in to run for Van Sickle, number 11, Philip Gardner.
Outside. Ball 1. Van Sickle on it first. Arp your batter, Skelton on deck. Nobody out. And 1 run in. Tie ball game 4-4. Here in the top of the 3rd. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Line shot down to third base line, off the fence. Martin up with it and gets it back in, and Arp is at second with a stand-up double. Van Sickle holds at third. Skelton, your batter, Stigler on deck. Outside, ball 1 to Skelton. Nobody out in the inning. Pops it up. Byford there to make the catch for the first down of the inning.
Second and third, 1 out.
That's the 3rd pop-up to the catcher today for the Warriors.
Number 12.
Just a little low, ball 1. Runners at second and third for Stigler. 1 out in the inning. Just outside, ball 2.
Go, Drew.
Foul tip, strike 1.
Good swing, Ben.
2 balls, 1 strike to count now to Ben Stigler. Runners at second and third. Van Sickle at third, Arp at second. Or rather, the courtesy runner for Arp. High fly ball into right field. Edwards is under it. Makes a throw toward the plate. Cut off, but the runner scores.
Stigler did a sacrifice fly to right field.
Go, Ty.
Tice Young, the batter, Forsman on deck.
Second, your batter, third baseman, number 27, Tice Young.
Go, Ty.
5-4, your score now in favor of the Warriors. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Good eye, Ty.
Low and inside, ball one. Foul tip, strike two. Low, ball two. Two balls, two strikes to count with two outs to Young here in the top of the third inning of play. One run across for the Warriors, 5-4 the score in favor of Senatobia. Oh, and he gets him with the curve for strike three. They scored two. 5-4 Senatobia. We'll be back with the Blue Devils bottom of the third right after this.
Water Valley Blue Devil Baseball is being brought to you by Kenny Taylor Auto Sales Incorporated, formerly Brown's Used Cars. Water Valley continues a 25-year tradition with quality autos at reasonable prices and professional service. Proud supporters of the Water Valley Blue Devils and all their endeavors. Remember, for a wide selection of quality autos and reasonable prices, come by and see Kenny Taylor. He's located on South Main Street in Water Valley. Also by Dr. Joe Walker, located on South Main Street in Water Valley. Proud supporters of Blue Devil Baseball. The staff at Walker's Clinic wish the Devils the best of luck throughout the 2001 baseball season and would like to encourage all fans to show their support by attending the games and cheering the Devils on to victory.
Leading off the bottom of the third inning of play here, pitcher Drew McGehee, followed by Charlie Edwards and David Martin. Foul ball. Strike one. Oh, 1 count to McGehee. Oh, right at the shortstop, and he makes a nice jumping stab for the out. Charlie Edwards the batter, David Martin on deck, 1 out. Strike on the inside corner. Low, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just a little bit inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike to Charlie Edwards. Low and outside, ball 3. Fouled off the umpire. Full count.
Thought the ump was going to have a talk to him about that.
It wasn't his fault. That was a foul ball. That stung. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count with 1 out to Charlie Edwards. And Edwards puts it in play high into center field. Center fielder is there for the grab and the out.
Charlie Edwards flies out to the center fielder only.
David Martin the batter, Matt Craven on deck. Teed it off the end of the bat. Van Sickle makes the play for the third out.
Ground out to the pitcher, Van Sickle, for the third out.
And that's no runs on no hits as the Blue Devils at the end of 3 trail 5-4. We'll be back with the top of the 4th right after this. The day leads things off here in the top of the 4th inning of play for the Warriors. 1 ball strike, 1 ball no strike count to him. He'll be followed by Embry and then Oakley. Puts it into the air toward left field, and it's going to fall in front of David Martin right down the line. And Forsman's on with a single.
Batting to shortstop, number 20, Preston Embry.
Embry the batter, Oakley on deck. Nobody out. Strike 1. Five to 4 is your score in favor of the Warriors here in the top of the 4th inning of play. McGee forces Forsman back toward the first base. 0-1 count now to Embry. Outside ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Embry slaps it into right center field for a single. Forsman was watching where the ball was landing and only advances to second.
Runners on first and second, nobody out. Your batter, center fielder, number 4, Landon Oakley.
Oakley the batter, Grisham on deck. Nobody out. Runners on at first and second. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Foul ball down the third base line. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to count now to Landon Oakley, the Senatobia center fielder. Outside, ball 1. One, 2 count to Oakley. Hit toward the hole. Walker not in time at second base for the force, and the bases are loaded. Close play at second.
Reaches on an infield hit.
Grisham, the batter, Van Sickle on deck.
Nobody out. Batter, left fielder, number 10, Ben Grisham.
Grisham, the batter. Oh, me. High towering fly ball to left field, but Martin is under it. And comes up with a strong throw, but he scores anyway.
Grisham is a sacrifice fly to left field. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Your batter, the pitcher, number 45, Drew Van Sickle.
Pitcher Drew Van Sickle, the batter now. Arp on deck. Runners at first and second after the sacrifice fly to left field. The Warriors now take a 6-4 lead. Van Sickle, bouncing ball to short. And the throw gets away from Fonte. And the bases are loaded.
Reaches. Bases loaded, 1 out.
Arp, the batter, Skelton on deck. 1 out and the bases loaded.
Your batter, the catcher, number 28. Jordan Hart.
One out in the inning. Arp, the batter. Bases loaded.
Go, Drew.
Just outside, ball 1. Ground ball to shortstop. They get him out. Can't complete the double play, but they get the force at second for the second out.
Hart gets into a fielder's choice, driving in a run.
Skelton, the batter, Stigler on deck. 2 outs, 2 runs in. Skelton, your batter, Stigler on deck. 7-4 your score now in favor of the Warriors. Outside, ball 1.
Three suckers and a man.
Runners at first and third. Oh, it was a close one at third. They had him leaning the other way, but he's able to get back safely. Dashed past the diving Fonte. Oakley scores. Arp
Single to right, driving in a run.
goes to third. Stigler to the batter now. Young on deck.
Runners on first and third, 2 outs. Your batter, third baseman, number 12. Ben Stigler.
Stigler to the batter now. Young on deck.
Go, Drew.
1 ball, no strikes to count to Stigler. Ball gets away from Brewer at first. Another run scores, and Skelton goes to second. Two outs in the inning. High pop up. Fonte calls for it and makes the out.
Stigler pops out from second baseman Fonte. Into the top of the 4th inning.
Senatobia scores 4 and takes a 9-4 lead. We'll be back with the bottom of the 4th right after this.
Water Valley Blue Devil Baseball is being brought to you by Dr. Joe Walker, located on South Main Street, Water Valley. Proud supporters of Blue Devil Baseball. The staff at Walker's Clinic wish the Devils the best of luck throughout the 2001 baseball season and would like to encourage all fans to show their support by attending all the games and cheering the Blue Devils on to victory. Also brought to you by Kenny Taylor Auto Sales Incorporated, formerly Brown's Used Cars Water Valley, continues a 25-year tradition with quality autos at reasonable prices and personal service. Proud supporters of Water Valley Blue Devils in all their endeavors. Remember, for a wide selection of quality autos and reasonable prices, goodbye, see Kenny Taylor, located on South Main Street in Water Valley.
Third baseman Matt Craven leads it off here in the bottom of the fourth for the Blue Devils, followed by Will Taylor and then Ward Walker. Low ball one.
Yes, ma'am. Let me see what you got over there. How about a Mountain Dew?
Low ball two.
Candy you got over there?
Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Thank you.
Strike two on the outside corner. 9-4 is your score in favor of the Warriors. Drew Van Sickle on the mound for Senatobia. A 2-2 count to Matt Craven. Foul ball. Still 2-2. Swing and a miss on a curveball. Strike three.
Now batting the center fielder, number 4, Will Taylor.
Will Taylor, your batter. Ward Walker on deck. High ball one. Low. I call that one a strike. Ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike to count now to Taylor.
Let's go, Will. Let's go, Will.
Swing and a miss. Strike two.
Let's go, Will.
Couldn't catch up to the curveball. Inside. Ball two. 2-2 the count now to Taylor. Taylor fouls it off over the first base side. Two the count to Will Taylor. Swing and a miss, strike three.
Two away in the inning, your batter, shortstop, number 3, Ward Walker.
Ward Walker the batter, Michael Fonte on deck. 2 outs.
Let's go, 3. He takes the thing at him.
Ball one. Ball two. Strike one call. 2 balls, 1 strike to Ward Walker. Strike 2. Dimes to donuts, you can bet what this pitch is going to be. And he got him swinging for the 3rd strike. Blue Devils score none in a 1-2-3 inning at the end of 4, 9-4 Senatobia. We'll be back with the top of the 5th right after this. Tice Young leads it off here in the top of the 5th inning of play with the Warriors leading 9-4, followed by Forsman and Embry. Hot shot through the wickets at 3rd. And Young is on.
Tom reaching first base.
E5.
Designated hitter, Evan Forsman,
Forsman the batter, Embry on deck.
number 30.
Nobody out. Down the 3rd base line again, foul. Just outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Forsman. Right back up the middle goes Forsman for a single. Young will hold at 2nd. And the Warriors are in business again with Preston Embry coming up, followed by Landon Oakley.
Runners on first and second and nobody out. Batter the shortstop, number 20, Preston Embry.
McGee forces Young back to 2nd. And they just do keep the ball in the field. Deadens the bunt in front of the field. And everybody's safe.
Embry reaches on a pop single to load the bases.
Landon Oakley, the batter, Ben Grisham on deck. Nobody out.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Your batter, center fielder, number 4, Landon Oakley.
Strike 1 called on Oakley. Young at 3rd, Forsman at 2nd, and Embry at 1st. High fly ball into right field. Charlie Edwards makes the catch and comes up. Nobody advances.
Embry flies out. Oakley flies out to the right fielder, Edwards.
Ben Grisham, the batter, Van Sickle on deck.
Now batting the left fielder, number 10, Ben Grisham.
Grisham, the batter, Van Sickle on deck. Last time up, Grisham hit a sacrifice fly to the left fielder. And the time before that, he homered. Low, ball one. Outside, ball two. Nine to 4 your score in favor of the Warriors. Boom! And that one is going to be caught at the fence. Martin gets the ball in quickly, and only one run scores.
It's a sacrifice fly driving home Jones.
Ball hung in the air just a bit. Otherwise, that one could have been gone for a granny.
Back to Mr. 45, Drew Van Sickle.
Runners at second and third now for Van Sickle. And a walk Van Sickle intentionally to pitch to the catcher, Arp.
Doug, Water Valley Baseball is being brought to you by Mechanics Bank of Water Valley in Oxford, Tobacco World, Dr. Joe Walker, Kenny Taylor Auto Sales Incorporated, State Farm Insurance, and Union Planters of Water Valley.
Now back to catcher, number 28, Jordan Hart.
2 outs in the inning now, 10 to 4 in favor of Senatobia. And there's a single into left center field. It's going to go cut off, gets away from the left fielder. 2 runs will score. Three runs will score, make it.
It's a base clearing double to left center field, driving in 3 runs.
Arp is on at second. And that makes the score 13 to 4 in favor of the Warriors. Blake Skelton, your batter, Ben Stigler on deck.
Back first baseman, number 5, Blake Skelton.
Go, Drew.
Pops it up. Craven is under it. And he drops it. Was it a fair ball or a foul? They call it foul. Strike one.
Ball, strike 1.
And when it rains, it pours, folks.
Don't say
Murphy's-
rain on a day like today now.
Murphy's Law in progress out here. If it can go wrong, it will. Outside, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Go, Drew.
In the dirt.
Josh. You got him.
And the ball gets away, and they cut it off as Walker's there to back up the throw. 2 balls, 1 strike to count to Skelton. Runner now at third. The courtesy runner for Arp. Two outs in the inning. 13 to 4 your score in favor of Senatobia. Foul back, strike 2. 2-2 your count. High pop up into center field. Will Taylor is under it and makes the grab for the third out of the inning. But the Warriors put 4 on the board. 13-4 is your score going into the bottom of the 5th inning of play. The Blue Devils coming up to bat. We'll be back.
Water Valley Baseball is being brought to you by Dr. Joe Walker, located on South Main Street, Water Valley. Proud supporters of Water Valley Blue Devil Baseball. The staff at Walker's Clinic wish the Devils the best of luck throughout the 2001 baseball season and would like to encourage all fans to show their support by attending the games and cheering the Devils on to victory. Also by Kenny Taylor Auto Sales, Incorporated, formerly Brown's Used Cars, Water Valley, continues a 25-year tradition with quality autos at reasonable prices and personal service. Proud supporters of the Water Valley Blue Devil baseball team and all their endeavors. Remember, for a wide selection of quality autos and reasonable prices, see Kenny Taylor, South Main Street, Water Valley.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th inning, second baseman Michael Fonte. Ball 1 to him. That one skipped and took a piece out of the catcher. Fonte has walked and homered today. His 2-run homer in the first got the Blue Devils on the board. It was a long drive to deep center field right at the Sonic sign out there. Blue Devils trying to get something going here in the bottom of the 5th inning, trailing 13-4.
So they do have water.
1-0 count.
Give me another popcorn. I was going.
2 balls, no strikes to count now. Ball 3 as he gets away from Arp. Inside corner, strike 1. 3-1 to count now to Fonte. Ball 4, and Fonte is on with a walk.
Michael Fonte draws the walk. Now batting first baseman, number 16, Justin Brewer.
Justin Brewer, the batter. Josh Byford on deck. Justin has singled and scored and struck out. Call strike on the outside corner. Toward the second baseman. Makes the tag and comes across to complete the double play. 4 unassisted. 4-3 ground out.
The 2 outs in the inning. The batter is the catcher, number 1, Josh Byford.
Josh Byford, the batter. Drew McGehee on deck. 2 outs. High ball 1.
I had. Listen, the most I had for notes this 6 weeks, I had 2 pages.
High ball 2.
I'm telling you, I had 1 note in that one little problem working on it. And I still made it 89. I still made it 80.
Byford fouls it down the first base line over the batting cage.
Doug, I want to remind everybody this coming Saturday, I should say, Cleveland Eastside will be playing Water Valley, and Oxford is going to be playing Water Valley at Oxford. We'll be covering both of those games on Channel 12.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2. doubleheader Saturday.
It's one of those home and away doubleheaders.
Lunchtime start on the Cleveland East Side game, and then we'll travel on up to Oxford and take on the Oxford Chargers at about 7. Foul ball.
One more division game left after this one, Doug. Of course, Independence at Independence coming up on Tuesday, the 10th of April.
Week from today. High ball 3. Full count now to Byford. 2 outs in the inning, nobody on. Drew McGehee on deck. 13-4 is your score in favor of the Senatobia Warriors.
And for the folks who do have a schedule that's kind of following the Devils along,
Drug him out.
the Rosa Fort game that was scheduled for Thursday the 12th has been forfeited from what we understand.
The end of 5 complete. 13-4 is your score in favor of the Senatobia Warriors. We'll be back at the top of the 6th after this. Ben Stigler, the Warriors second baseman, leads off the top of the 6th inning of play, rather. Stigler hits it toward the shortstop. Walker up with it and across for the first out. Tice Young, the batter now. Forsman on deck.
Batting third baseman, number 27, Tice Young.
Strike on the outside corner. The ball's 1 strike to count to Tice Young. And he hammers one high into center field. Will Tedder there for the out. Forsman the batter. Embry on deck.
Designated hitter, number 30, Evan Forsman.
Strike 1 from McGehee. No balls, 1 strike to count now to Forsman. 2 outs in the inning. 13-4 your score. Outside, ball 1. 1-1 to count. Foul down the third base line. Strike 2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And the Blue Devils finally get a 1-2-3 inning here in the top of the 6th. And we'll be back with the Blue Devils batting in the bottom of the 6th right after this.
Water Valley Blue Devil Baseball is being brought to you by Kenny Taylor Auto Sales Incorporated, formerly Brown's Used Cars in Water Valley. Continues a 25-year tradition with quality autos at reasonable prices and personal service. Proud supporters of the Water Valley Blue Devils and all their endeavors. Remember, for a wide selection of quality autos and reasonable prices, see Kenny Taylor, South Main Street, Water Valley. Also brought to you by Dr. Joe Walker, located South Main Street in Water Valley. Proud supporters of Blue Devil Baseball. The staff at Walker's Clinic wish the Devils the best of luck throughout the 2001 baseball season and would like to encourage all fans to show their support by attending the games and cheering the Devils on to victory.
Drew McGehee to lead things off here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Ball 1. Drew to be followed by Charlie Edwards and then David Martin. Low and inside, ball 2. Van Sickle has been very inconsistent today with his fastball, but his bread and butter has been that curve. High and outside, ball 3. Ball 4, and McGehee is on with a base on ball. McGehee on it first with the walk. Charlie Edwards the batter. Edwards fouls it back out of play. Ooh. Strike 1 to Edwards. Ball 1. 1-1 to count now to Edwards. David Martin on deck. Blue Devils with a lot of runs to catch up on here. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Edwards hits one toward the second baseman, across the short, back across for the double play. David Martin the batter now, Matt Craven on deck. 2 outs in the inning after the double play. High, ball 1. High and outside, ball 2. Martin hits it toward the shortstop, up and across with it goes Embry, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. No runs on no hits for the Blue Devils at the end of 6. 13-4 is your score. We go to the top of the 7th after this. Preston Embry leads things off here in the top of the 7th inning for the Senatobia Warriors, leading in this contest 13-4. Line shot to dead center field. Will Taylor is there for the catch and the out. Landon Oakley the batter, Ben Grisham on deck.
Batter, center fielder number 4, Landon Oakley.
Oakley singles through the hole. Grisham is your batter. Van Sickle on deck. McGehee gets Oakley back to the bag at first. Ben Grisham, your batter. Van Sickle on deck. 1 out in the inning. Quick throw over, and Oakley is back. They get the force at second, not in time for the out at first.
Grisham hits it to force out at second. Craven, Devontae.
5-4 on the put out. Grisham on at first with the fielder's choice.
One on first base and 2 outs. Your batter, the pitcher, number 45, Drew Van Sickle.
Van Sickle the batter now. Arp on deck. And Van Sickle hits it sharply into left center. And Will Taylor makes a spectacular grab out there as he dives for it and makes the play. That's the end of the top of the seventh as the Warriors cannot score and the Blue Devils come up with one last chance in the bottom of the seventh. We'll be back after this.
Water Valley Baseball is being brought to you by Kenny Taylor Auto Sales Incorporated, formerly Brown's Used Cars, Water Valley. Continues a 25-year tradition with quality autos at reasonable prices and personal service. Proud supporters of the Water Valley Blue Devils and all their endeavors. Remember, for wide selection of quality autos and reasonable prices, see Kenny Taylor, South Main Street, Water Valley. Also brought to you by Dr. Joe Walker, located on South Main Street in Water Valley. Proud supporters of Blue Devil Baseball. The staff at Walker's Clinic wish the Devils the best of luck throughout their 2001 baseball season and would like to encourage all the fans to get out and show their support by attending the games and cheering the Blue Devils on to victory.
Third baseman Matt Craven leads things off here in the bottom of the seventh inning for the Blue Devils. Strike one on the first pitch. He'll be followed by top of the order Will Taylor, Ward Walker. Matt gets it in the air. The right fielder slips and falls down and is unable to get there. And Matt's on at first. About time the Devils caught a little break here. Craven's on at first. The Devils scored all their runs in the first inning. And haven't even come close to scoring since the second when they left the bases loaded. They've went down 1, 2, 3 in the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth innings. Just outside, ball one.
Let's go.
Low, ball two. Two-0 the count. Down the third base line. Third baseman up with it and across for the out. Craven advances to second. That brings up Ward Walker. Michael Fonte on deck.
Come on, Ward. Let's go, 3.
Batting shortstop, number 3, Ward Walker.
Outside, ball one.
Let's go, Ward Walker. Let's go, baby.
Craven at second. Foul tip, strike one. Didn't quite get all of it.
Let's go, Ward. Let's go, Ward.
1 ball, 1 strike to count now to Ward Walker. Low, ball 2.
Get out, 3.
Walker pops it up in the air. Out of play.
I like how to play. Got the other 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2-2 your count now on Ward Walker. 2-2 count to Walker. Curve ball misses. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count now to Walker with 1 out. Craven at second. High, and Ward takes the base on balls. Brings up second baseman number 9, Michael Fonte. Justin Brewer on deck. Runners at first and second with 1 out. Fonte's walked twice and homered. Outside, ball 1. Curveball on the inside corner, strike one.
You were the most important thing there.
Monte slaps it right at the second baseman, who doubles up Craven off of second.
Senatobia 13, Water Valley 4.
And that's it as they double Craven off, and that's the final score here, 13-4. We'll be back to finish this one up in just a moment. All right, we are back now to wrap this thing up. Final score, 13-4 in favor of the Senatobia Warriors, as that pretty much decides the division race here. Senatobia and Independence will finish 1 and 2 more than likely, barring some unforeseen thing that we don't see happening that could, of course. Blue Devils only have one division game remaining, and that's against the division-leading Independence Wildcats next Tuesday. Next action for the Blue Devils, and next action that will be covered by Cable Channel 12 will be this Saturday, a doubleheader. Cleveland East Side comes to town at 12 o'clock Saturday noon. We'll be here to cover that one for you here at Blue Devil Field, and then Saturday night, the Blue Devils hit the road to go to Oxford to take on the Chargers at 7, or at 5 o'clock for a JV start, 7 for the varsity. We'll be covering both those games for you here on Cable Channel 12 Saturday. So I want you to tune in for that and watch the Devils play. And until that time, this is Doug Carter for Bob Murphy saying so long, everybody.
You've been watching Water Valley Blue Devil Baseball. Join us next time on Cable Channel 12 for more Blue Devil Baseball.